Danny Guadagnoli, thank you so much for joining us today. It is great to have you on the show.
Hi Ella, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So happy you could join us today. I am going to start off by asking you, what is Fallon Company? Can you give us a good overview of the Real Estate Entrepreneurship Youth Program?
Sure, happy to. So the Fallon Company is a commercial real estate development firm. We were founded in 1993 by Joe Fallon, and Joe's still actively involved as the chairman of the company. His son, Mike Fallon, is the current CEO and leading the charge for us. And the reason I say that is it's really a family company. They take a lot of pride in making sure that that sort of family values mindset is a big part of how we operate and that we're impacting the communities where we work. We've done a lot of really big projects, but every time we're extremely cognizant of how we impact the broader community, and we try to do what we can to play a role. We have offices in Charlotte and Nashville, but our home base is in Boston. And as far as the Real Estate Entrepreneurship Youth Program, about 5 years ago, Mike and Joe identified, it's obviously something that we know in the industry, right? Like, we need to create more diversity and inclusivity in this industry. And Mike and Joe identified a way that, we thought we could do that and make an impact. And Tavares Brewington, who's the founder of Street to Ivy, him and his nonprofit became a natural fit as a partner because it's something they do across a variety of different verticals, and we thought we could do that for them in the real estate industry and kind of help create channels into this industry for young people in Boston and the surrounding towns, and really expose students to business skills, life skills, networking opportunities, and relationships that they otherwise may not have had. And so that was kind of the ethos of the program to begin with. And it's been 5 years now. It's hard to believe this is the fifth year, but it continues to grow, and we're really proud of it. And I'm certainly grateful to be able to be a part of it.
Absolutely. That's amazing. As we know and we've heard, Fallon Company is partnered with the nonprofit Street to Ivy. And I was wondering if you could go a little more in depth with the program itself. How do the program's values align with Fallon Company's?
In terms of the values, I'd say, the partnership with Street to Ivy was very natural because we did see so many values that aligned between the two firms. Tavares and his team, they're focused on uplifting people and providing opportunities to folks who may not have the opportunity and may not be exposed to certain material or certain networking opportunities. So his goal, Tavares, is to inspire and uplift youth. And we're always trying to do whatever we can with any of our projects, but also just as a company, in terms of how we operate day to day at a corporate level. We're always thinking about ways that we can impact the community. I think a lot of development firms, you get to a certain size and it's difficult to have that sort of personal touch. And I think Mike and Joe, they put such a concerted effort into maintaining those family values, and that sense of integrity and that sense of commitment to the communities in which we work. And so this was just a natural extension of that and a natural way for us to build upon those values and really try to make a tangible impact.
Wonderful. I'm so glad I asked you about the impact because I completely understand your take on the values and how those of the company totally align with these young kids who are trying to grow in this industry. I'm curious as well. It's great to hear about the different ways that the program is structured. How has the program grown since it began? Did it start in the same structured way, or was it a different way before and it's grown into what it's become today?
It's a great question. It has absolutely evolved, but the main kind of framework of it has stayed pretty similar. We always wanted it to be a very hands-on sort of real life program, right? We wanted people to leave this program feeling like, I know exactly what I need to do to buy a property. I can see a path for myself to buy property number one and to create, wealth for myself, maybe generational wealth, maybe get into the real estate industry maybe just sparking an entrepreneurship sort of bug, right? We wanted the course to feel real life and feel hands-on, and we teach a lot of it through the lens of real estate. And certainly we've had students that are very interested in real estate, and they go they're very focused on that. They go into careers in real estate. Several students have bought properties themselves, or with their parents, worked with their parents to buy properties where they've kind of spearheaded the process, which is just amazing to see. So you see kind of all different sides to it, but it's been really cool to see how the programs become something bigger than just real estate.
Incredible. Absolutely. And I'm also curious, from your observations, how will the future generation that you folks are working with this program stand out in the industry? What have you seen on an interpersonal level, and also just as a collective, how they operate? What sets them apart?
I think there's a refreshing sort of perspective that the young people moving up into the industry will have as it relates to technology, as it relates to how we do better with sustainability, as it relates to how we find ways to create affordable housing and more diversity in the industry. And I think there are some fundamental problems that have not been solved that the industry continues to try to work towards, that I think this younger generation, I think they are highly motivated by some of these issues, and trying to figure out ways to solve them. And they're very savvy in terms of their ability to use technology and think outside the box. So I'm really excited. I think you're already seeing it create a new, fresh perspective in the industry.
That's amazing, and great to hear. Something that I feel like a lot of people can observe, just the whole use of technology and how intimidating that can seem. Now, seemingly for these younger generations, it's an easier thing to grasp. And I love that they can learn from you and you can learn from them in that same way.
We definitely learn from them. I mean, some of the stuff that some of the students show me as far as like how to use AI, it's like, we have to figure out ways to do that. Thank you. There's a lot to learn from people who aren't even in the industry, that just are thinking outside the box and are motivated.
It's amazing. I love it. All right, Danny, where can viewers learn more about Fallon Company?
So our website is probably the best place, which is falloncompany.com. Company spelled out, and we've got all of our projects on there. We talk a little bit about what we do in the community, and there's a page about the program, and then we obviously try to do our best to have our social media channels. I'm not sure how exciting a real estate company's social media is, but we've got social, so you can find us there as well. But our website's probably the best place. And then, as we get into early 2026, we'll put out a application for the 2026 program, for the summer program. And so that'll be on our website. We'll circulate that to all the alumni. I'm happy to coordinate with you guys too, and try to get the word out. We're always looking to get more students and get as much exposure to the program as possible to create more opportunities for students in the area.
Thank you so much, Danny Guadagnoli. I very much appreciate you joining us today. We've learned a lot. Thank you so much.